Grand Risings, and welcome to the Nomadic Way. What are we doing today? We're doing something a little bit different, aren't we, huh? We're sitting here and we're going to talk. I'll talk about the nomadic life, all these adventures we have and everything. And is this life easy? Is it grand? Is it amazing? Yes. And no. And all of the above. You know what? Just like your life, it has its ups and downs. We have to make sure we have our own water in here. We don't just have the joys of flushing a toilet and having it go into wherever the heck it goes to, and we have no idea what's on the other end. Here we know. We have to deal with it. We clean it up, we put it away, we do what we gotta do. So it's just, you have a different life. You gotta make sure things are taken care of, cleaned, washed. You got a place to do your dishes. But yes, the beauty of waking up wherever you decide to wake up. The beauty of showering wherever it is you decide to shower. The beauty of never, being stuck in one place. And the beauty of if you don't like your neighbor, well, you're not stuck there. You just go. And here's the real beauty. Here's the beauty about nomadic life. It brings you to a place where you go internal. It brings you to a place of solitude, or you could look at it as being alone. But it brings you to a place of looking at the depths of yourself. It brings you to places that you don't necessarily get in the 9-to-5 sticks and bricks world. Because what happens? We conform to the world and we're trying to fit in. In the world, we become these people pleasers. We become dragged around, and the thing is this. Society sometimes doesn't even like us, and that can be hard, and people don't understand this life. But until they've experienced it themselves, they never will. And now what do? In a world where they try to make this illegal. Well, here's the thing, people. It's against our Constitution, what's going on. And that surpasses everything now, doesn't it? We've been taught to live and run in fear. And what happens when humanity decides to stand for what has always been right? We should have the right to explore. We should have the right to go and experience this world. And if you're going to make it illegal to be homeless or to be living in a different or unique way, then this is the thing. The way that you want people to live is not sustainable. And look at it. Look at the reason why we have the homeless we have. Look at the reason why we have the mental health we have. Look what has happened to so many nomads that have gone out and at one point were in society and probably a disaster in society and had more mental health issues than you can even imagine. But yet, when they decided to go take things into their own hands and embrace nature, which science has even shown that nature itself is a mental health healer. And these people we find healing. For me, I did a long journey of living in hospice, for crying out loud, knowing that I was going to die, and I did die. And I chose to come back. And I chose this life as a nomad, this freedom, this existence. I chose to be someone who would rather speak the truth than to please people and be liked. And I chose to live the nomadic way because here, that is a place that you have the freedom. A Mustang don't care if you tell them the truth. A donkey doesn't care if you tell them the truth. A tree doesn't care. A tree believes in the same truth. Because in nature, the truth hasn't been hidden. And that's what you gotta ask yourself. Why? Why are they bulldozing areas that once were free to roam? Why do they have lands that are not even allowed to be touched or scathed by a human being and saying, do not enter? What's this world hiding? And why are they threatened by lives that are lived outside of the cage system? There's some nomadic things to think about. The rest of you nomads, think about why you chose this freedom. And maybe for once we need to not be running in fear, humanity. maybe for once we need to stand for what's right and what's always been written for us to stand under. In my family, they signed the Declaration of Independence and they were a part of the Constitution. And we ought to think about that before we start running afraid and hiding on plots of land that even people can take too. Who says that you going to do what we do here on a plot of land is going to be taken any different? Do we conform out of fear? Or for once, do we stand for what we truly stand for? Well, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Much love to you all. And maybe this is one nomad who said, why are we running in fear? And why are we scaring everybody? Really? We weren't terrified when we were out in the wilderness facing the scariest things that we could ever imagine. Why stop now? Peace. Love. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll see you guys next Nomadic Way.